whispering to himself. Of all the people to team up with. Deadpool spots Spider-Man above and waves enthusiastically. Deadpool. Cheerfully. Hey, Webhead, I knew you'd show up eventually. You can't resist my charm. Spider-Man. Sighs, dropping down beside Deadpool. This isn't a team-up, Wade. We're just here to stop Tombstone. And after that, we're done. Got it? Deadpool. Mock serious. Scout's honor. No funny business. Unless you count our banter. 'Cause let's face it, we're hilarious together. Spider-Man rolls his eyes and peers ahead, spotting a group of thugs unloading crates. Spider-Man. Okay, here's the plan. I take the guys on the left, you take the right. We do this quickly and quietly, before anyone. Deadpool. Interrupting. Or, we could go with my plan. Charge in guns blazing, crack a few jokes, then eat chimichangas. Spider-Man. Frustrated. For once, can you just stick to the plan? Deadpool shrugs and pulls out his katanas. Deadpool. Sure thing, Spidey, stick to the plan, which totally means improvising with style. Without waiting for Spider-Man's response, Deadpool charges forward, screaming a war cry. Deadpool, yelling. Katana Rama. Spider-Man facepalms but quickly springs into action, web slinging towards the thugs on the left. He takes them down with precision, webbing them to the floor. Meanwhile, Deadpool's approach is anything but subtle. He's in the middle of the group on the right, slicing through weapons and dodging bullets with ridiculous ease. Spider-Man. Annoyed, mid-fight. This is the opposite of quiet, Wade. Deadpool, grinning. But it's so much more fun. A thug swings a crowbar at Spider-Man, who dodges effortlessly and webs the thug's feet to the ground. Spider-Man looks over to see Deadpool literally spinning in circles, taking out the last of the thugs on his side. Spider-Man. Sighs. You know, teamwork usually means working together, not you doing whatever you want. Deadpool. Mock offended. I was working with you. I handled my half, just with more flair. Spider-Man webs up the last thug and turns to Deadpool, who's now checking his phone. Spider-Man, exasperated, * what now? Deadpool. Just tweeting about our epic battle. #best team ever. Spider-Man shakes his head, ready to retort when a loud crash echoes through the warehouse. Both turn to see Tombstone and a dozen more armed thugs entering from the back. Spider-Man, groaning. Great, more company. Deadpool. Grinning. Round 2. This time, I'll let you lead. Maybe. Spider-Man can't help but smirk, despite himself. Spider-Man, sarcastic. Gee, thanks. Deadpool, winking. You're welcome. They both ready themselves as the thugs charge, the unlikely duo standing back to back. Spider-Man. Resigned. Okay, let's do this, your way. Deadpool. Gleefully. Now you're talking, Webhead. They leap into the fray, their banter and fighting styles perfectly encapsulating their chaotic, yet strangely effective, dynamic. Fade out. -- This scene showcases the playful tension between Spider-Man's disciplined approach and Deadpool's chaotic nature, highlighting their contrasting personalities while still working together. Certainly, here's another scene featuring an epic battle between Spider-Man, Deadpool, and a formidable foe. -- New York City rooftops night. The full moon hangs low over the city, casting long shadows across the rooftops. Spider-Man swings gracefully through the air, landing on a rooftop with precision. Deadpool, meanwhile, makes his entrance by crashing into a water tower, sending water cascading down the side of the building. Spider-Man. Annoyed, shaking off the water, nice entrance, Wade. Really settle. Deadpool. Grinning, shaking off the water like a dog. Thanks. I aim to impress. But seriously, why are we up here? Shouldn't we be hunting bad guys down there? Spider-Man points to the sky. A massive, dark figure descends from above, its wings blocking out the moonlight. It's Morbius, the living vampire. Spider-Man. Grimly. We are hunting. Here he comes. Morbius lands with a thud, his red eyes glowing ominously. Morbius. Snarling. Fools, you dare to challenge me on my own turf. Deadpool. Mocking. Turf. You mean the sky, 'cause I gotta say, your real estate choices are a bit questionable. Maybe a nice condo in Florida instead. Spider-Man. Focusing on Morbius. We're not here for jokes, Deadpool. Morbius, you're coming with us. Morbius. Hissing. You think you can stop me? I'll drain you both dry. Morbius lunges at Spider-Man with inhuman speed, his claws extended. Spider-Man flips backward, narrowly avoiding the attack, and shoots webs at Morbius's wings, trying to pin him down. Spider-Man, gritting his teeth, wait, a little help here. Deadpool pulls out a pair of silver-plated guns and opens fire, the bullets glowing in the night. Deadpool. Yelling. Silver bullets. I heard they're good for werewolves, vampires, and bad ex-boyfriends. Morbius screeches as the bullets hit, but they only seem to enrage him. With a powerful flap of his wings, he breaks free of the webs and knocks Spider-Man off his feet. Morbius, furious. You'll pay for that. Spider-Man. Recovering, launching himself back into the fight. Wait, keep him distracted. I've got an idea. Deadpool. Excited. Distraction is my middle name. Deadpool charges at Morbius, guns blazing, dodging the vampire's strikes with wild acrobatics. He hurls a flashbang grenade that explodes in a burst of light, momentarily blinding Morbius. Deadpool. Taunting. Hey, Drac, over here, ever heard of sunscreen? You're looking a little pale. Meanwhile, Spider-Man swings around the rooftop, attaching web lines to the surrounding buildings, creating a massive web net. Spider-Man. Yelling to Deadpool. Now, Wade, get him into the net. Deadpool nods and pulls out a plasma grenade, tossing it at Morbius's feet. The explosion sends Morbius flying backward, straight into the web net that Spider-Man created. Morbius. Trapped, struggling, no. You can't do this. Spider-Man tightens the web, ensnaring Morbius completely. He then injects the vampire with a tranquilizer through a web cartridge. Spider-Man. Breathing heavily. That should keep him down for a while. Deadpool saunters over, admiring their handiwork. Deadpool. Impressed. Gotta admits, that was epic, webs. But next time, let's skip the foreplay and go straight to the big booms. Spider-Man. Shaking his head, smiling, only you, Wade. Deadpool. Mock serious. It's why you love me. Now, how about we grab some chimichangas? Battling vampires works up an appetite. Spider-Man, laughing. You're impossible. The two heroes stand over the subdued Morbius, the city skyline behind them, ready for whatever comes next. Fade out. Dash dash dash. This scene amps up the action, featuring an intense battle with Morbius, while highlighting the differences between Spider-Man's strategic mind and Deadpool's chaotic fighting style. Certainly, here's another 500-word scene featuring Spider-Man and Deadpool in an epic battle against a new foe. Dash dash dash. X. New York City Central Park dusk. The sky is streaked with the fiery colors of sunset, casting an orange glow over Central Park. Spider-Man and Deadpool stand at the park's edge, facing a menacing figure, Kraven the Hunter, his muscular frame adorned with a lion's pelt, a spear in hand. Spider-Man. Tense. Kraven. I should have known it was you causing all this trouble. Kraven. Smirking. Spider, you and your eccentric friend have interfered with my hunt for the last time. Deadpool. Grinning. Ah, he called me eccentric. I'm blushing under this mask. But seriously, Lion King, who still uses spears? Heard of guns, lasers, lightsabers? Spider-Man. Focused. This isn't a game, Wade. Kraven's serious business. Kraven lunges forward with the speed of a jungle cat, thrusting his spear at Spider-Man. Spidey flips over the attack, his reflexes razor sharp. Kraven. Snarling. You can't escape me, Spider. Kraven pulls out a ball and hurls it toward Deadpool, who nonchalantly draws his katanas, slicing the weapon apart midair. Deadpool. Taunting. Nice try, but I don't play fetch. Spider-Man lands on a tree branch, shooting webs to snatch the spear from Kraven's hand. But Kraven anticipates the move, yanking Spider-Man down with brute force. Spider-Man hits the ground hard but rolls to his feet, unfazed. Spider-Man. Determined. You're not taking anyone down tonight, Kraven. Kraven lets out a roar, summoning a pack of robotic lions from the shadows. Their metal jaws snap and spark, eyes glowing red. Deadpool. Excited. Robot lions. This is officially the best day ever. Deadpool draws his guns and starts blasting at the lions, flipping through the air with acrobatic flair. Spider-Man web slings between the robotic beasts, dodging their attacks and webbing up their joints, causing them to malfunction. Spider-Man. Gritting his teeth. Wade, focus on Kraven. I'll handle the tin cats. Deadpool somersaults over a lion, lands behind Kraven, and jabs him with a katana. Deadpool. Mock serious. Didn't your mother ever tell you not to play with sharp objects? Kraven growls in pain but retaliates swiftly, grabbing Deadpool by the throat and throwing him into a nearby tree. Deadpool hits the trunk with a thud but bounces back, seemingly unhurt. Deadpool. Mocking. Is that all you got? I've had worse from angry ex-girlfriends. Spider-Man finishes off the last of the robotic lions with a powerful web kick and turns to see Kraven lifting a massive boulder, ready to crush Deadpool. Spider-Man yelling. Wait, move. But Deadpool just stands there, grinning. As Kraven hurls the boulder, Spider-Man shoots a web line, yanking Deadpool out of harm's way at the last second. Deadpool. Laughing. I knew you'd save me, webs. We're like besties now, right? Spider-Man frustrated. Less talking, more fighting. Kraven roars in frustration and charges at Spider-Man. Spidey vaults over him, attaching web bombs to Kraven's back as he does. The bombs explode, entangling Kraven in sticky webs. Kraven. Struggling. You haven't won yet. Deadpool. Cheerfully. Actually, pretty sure we have. But hey, thanks for the workout. Spider-Man swings in, delivering a knockout punch to Kraven, who collapses into the webs, unconscious. Spider-Man. Breathing heavily, now we're done. Deadpool walks over, giving Spider-Man a thumbs up. Deadpool, grinning. So, chimichangas. Spider-Man, sighing. Yeah, sure, why not? As the sun sets completely, the unlikely duo walks off, leaving the defeated Kraven behind. Fade out. Dash dash dash. This scene highlights the intense, fast-paced action between Spider-Man, Deadpool, and Kraven the Hunter, showcasing their contrasting styles and teamwork in the face of a powerful adversary. Certainly, here's another 500-word scene featuring Spider-Man and Deadpool in an epic battle against a new villain. Dash dash dash. Next, Times Square night. The neon lights of Times Square illuminate the night sky, bathing the area in a kaleidoscope of colors. Crowds of people scatter in panic as a giant mechanical rhino rampage through the streets, smashing cars and storefronts with reckless abandon. Spider-Man swings into the scene, landing on the side of a building. Deadpool follows, riding on a stolen motorcycle, weaving through the debris with a wild grin. Spider-Man. Yelling over the chaos. Rhino. Really? I thought you were on a break. Rhino. Roaring, smashing a car. I'm done with breaks, Spider. Tonight, I'm taking you down. Deadpool. Hopping a wheelie on the motorcycle. Taking him down. Or are you just compensating for something? 'Cause that horn looks kinda insecure. Rhino turns his attention to Deadpool, snorting in fury. Rhino, snarling, asterisk who's this clown? Deadpool. Mock offended. Clown. Clowns wish they had my style. You're looking at Deadpool, the Merc with a mouth, and today's your unlucky day. Deadpool revs the motorcycle and charges straight at Rhino, pulling out a pair of grenades. As he approaches, he tosses the grenades at Rhino's feet, causing a massive explosion that shrouds the area in smoke. Spider-Man. Swinging into action. Nice move, Wade, let's keep him off balance. Spider-Man shoots webs at Rhino's legs, trying to trip him up. But Rhino emerges from the smoke, barely fazed by the explosion, and rips through the webs with brute strength. Rhino. Roaring. Is that all you got, Spider-Man? I'm invincible. Spider-Man. Dodging Rhino's charge. Invincible, maybe, but smart, not so much. Rhino barrels forward, his momentum carrying him straight into a giant electronic billboard, which shatters on impact. Sparks fly, and Rhino stumbles, disoriented. Deadpool. Mock sympathy. Ah, poor guy, looks like someone needs a timeout. Deadpool leaps off the motorcycle and pulls out a pair of katanas, charging at Rhino with reckless abandon. He slashes at Rhino's armor, creating deep gashes in the metal. Spider-Man. Swinging in and landing on Rhino's back, Wade, distract him. I've got an idea. Deadpool. Slicing at Rhino's legs. You got it, Spidey. Rhino, over here, come get a taste of the Chimichanga Express. Rhino turns to face Deadpool, but Spider-Man uses the opportunity to plant a web bomb on Rhino's back. The bomb detonates, sending shockwaves through Rhino's armor, which begins to crack under the pressure. Rhino. Struggling. What have you done? Spider-Man. Swinging clear. Just a little something I whipped up. It's called, turning the tables. Rhino stumbles forward, his armor now sparking and malfunctioning. Deadpool cartwheels around him, slicing the armor's weak points with surgical precision. Deadpool. Grinning. And now for the finishing touch. Deadpool hurls another grenade, this time at Rhino's exposed back. The explosion sends Rhino crashing to the ground, his armor completely shattered. Rhino. Groaning, defeated, this isn't over. Spider-Man. Landing beside Deadpool, actually, it kind of is. Deadpool. Smirking. So, what do you say, Spidey? Pizza to celebrate. Spider-Man. Sighing, but smiling, sure, wait. You earned it. As the authorities move in to arrest Rhino, Spider-Man and Deadpool share a fist bump before swinging off into the night. Fade out. Dash dash dash. This scene showcases the high-energy battle between Spider-Man, Deadpool, and Rhino, emphasizing the chaotic yet effective teamwork between the two heroes as they take down a seemingly unstoppable foe. Absolutely. Here's another 500-word scene featuring Spider-Man and Deadpool in an epic battle against a new adversary. Dash dash dash. Next, Brooklyn Bridge Night. The iconic Brooklyn Bridge looms over the East River, its structure bathed in the cool glow of city lights. The bridge is eerily empty, except for Spider-Man, who clings to a suspension cable, and Deadpool, balancing precariously on the bridge's edge. Across from them stands Electro, crackling with electricity, his entire body glowing with a sinister blue light. Spider-Man. Cautiously. Electro, this ends here. The city's had enough of your light show. Electro. Sneering. You think you can stop me, Spider-Man? I control the power of the city. Deadpool. Smirking. And here I thought you just had a thing for disco balls. Ever consider taking up a less shocking hobby? Maybe knitting. Electro growls, sending a surge of electricity crackling through the bridge's metal framework. Sparks fly, and the air hums with energy as he raises his hands, summoning a massive bolt of lightning. Spider-Man. Dodging. Wade, split up. We need to keep him from focusing all that power in one spot. Deadpool. Saluting. Aye aye, Captain Arachnid. Deadpool flips backward, landing on the opposite side of the bridge, pulling out his katanas. Electro blasts a wave of electricity toward him, but Deadpool slices through the energy, redirecting it away with his swords. Deadpool. Mockingly. Come on, Sparky, is that all you've got? I've been zapped by toasters that hit harder. Spider-Man web swings around Electro, firing web pellets at his face, temporarily blinding him. Electro. Furious. You think these little tricks will stop me? Spider-Man. Swinging in close. Nope, just slowing you down. Electro lashes out with another surge of electricity, this time arcing across the bridge's cables, making the entire structure glow. Spider-Man narrowly avoids the blast, flipping onto a nearby beam. Spider-Man. To Deadpool. We need to overload him. He's drawing too much power from the city grid. Deadpool. Grinning. Overload, you say? I've got just the thing. Deadpool pulls out a massive, cartoonishly oversized battery pack from his satchel, complete with jumper cables. Spider-Man raising an eyebrow. Asterisk is that? Deadpool. Proudly. Yeah, a Deadpool special. Ready to fry some circuits. Deadpool charges at Electro, dodging bolts of electricity as he gets closer. Spider-Man follows, distracting Electro with a barrage of web shots. Electro. Angrily. You fool, you can't defeat me. Deadpool leaps at Electro, attaching the jumper cables to his chest. The battery pack hums loudly as it draws in Electro's energy, causing the villain to writhe in pain. Spider-Man. Swinging in to deliver a powerful kick. Now, wait. Spider-Man's kick sends Electro stumbling back, the excess energy surging through the battery pack. Electro screams as his power is drained, the electricity flickering out until he collapses, smoking and defeated. Deadpool. Panting, holding the smoking battery pack. Now that's what I call a shocking defeat. Spider-Man. Smirking, but relieved. You really need to work on your puns, Wade. As Electro lies unconscious, Spider-Man and Deadpool stand tall on the bridge, the city lights twinkling around them. Deadpool. Grinning. So, Webhead, what do you think? Dinner at my place. I've got a stash of frozen chimichangas just waiting to be nuked. Spider-Man. Laughing. Only if I get to pick the movie. Deadpool. Mock serious. Deal, but no room comes. I have a reputation to uphold. The two heroes swing off the bridge, leaving Electro behind as the city returns to its normal rhythm, unaware of the battle that had just saved it. Fade out. Dash dash dash. This scene features Spider-Man and Deadpool taking on Electro, blending high-stakes action with their trademark banter, and showcasing their unique teamwork against a powerful foe. Are you looking for help with writing action movie scripts for Spider-Man and Deadpool, or are you interested in existing scripts from movies that feature these characters? Let me know how I can assist you. That sounds like a fun project. Here's a basic outline and some tips to help you get started with writing an action movie script featuring Spider-Man and Deadpool. ###1. Plot outline. ###Act 1. Introduction. Opening scene. Start with an intense action sequence to grab the audience's attention. Perhaps Spider-Man is chasing down a group of criminals in New York City while Deadpool is on a mission of his own, somewhere nearby. Inciting incident. Their paths cross when they both go after the same target, a villain who has a plan that threatens both of their worlds. Conflict established. Despite their very different approaches to heroism, they are forced to work together. Spider-Man is cautious and disciplined, while Deadpool is chaotic and unpredictable. ###Act 2. Rising action. Villain reveal. Introduce the main villain, who could be a powerful enemy that requires both of their skills to defeat. Consider a villain who has a personal connection to one or both heroes, like a symbiote that can control minds, or a rogue experiment gone wrong. Character development. Focus on the relationship between Spider-Man and Deadpool. Their contrasting personalities should create both conflict and humor. Use this act to explore their backstories and motivations. Subplots. Introduce subplots that test their partnership. Maybe Deadpool's reckless behavior puts civilians at risk, causing Spider-Man to question whether he can trust him. ###Act 3. Climax. Final battle. build up to a climactic battle where Spider-Man and Deadpool must combine their strengths to defeat the villain. This is where their teamwork finally pays off. Twists. Consider adding a twist where they realize the villain's true plan was much larger than they thought, forcing them to think on their feet. Resolution. After the battle, wrap up the story by showing how the events have changed them. Maybe Spider-Man gains a new respect for Deadpool's unconventional methods, and Deadpool learns the value of Spider-Man's sense of responsibility. #2. Character dynamics. Spider-Man emphasize his moral compass, sense of responsibility, and strategic mind. He's the voice of reason, often clashing with Deadpool's impulsiveness. Deadpool play up his chaotic, irreverent nature. His breaking of the fourth wall and self-awareness can add humor and a unique flavor to the script. He might poke fun at Spider-Man's goody two-shoes attitude. #3. Dialogue tips. Spider-Man. His dialogue should be witty and sharp, with quips and one-liners that reflect his intelligence and youthful energy. Deadpool. Go for absurd humor, pop culture references, and meta-commentary. Deadpool might comment on the fact that they're in a script or tease Spider-Man about his family-friendly nature. #4. Action sequences. Combine their abilities. Use Spider-Man's agility and web-slinging in combination with Deadpool's regenerative abilities and proficiency with weapons. They could perform complex maneuvers where they rely on each other's strengths. Set pieces. Create memorable action set pieces, perhaps a fight across the rooftops of New York or a battle inside a high-tech laboratory. Visualize these scenes in a way that plays to each character's strengths. #5. Tone and style. Balance humor and drama. While the film should be action-packed, it's also important to balance the humor, largely from Deadpool, with the stakes of the story. Pacing. Keep the pacing tight, with a good mix of action, dialogue, and character moments. Avoid letting the action scenes drag on for too long without purpose. #6. Ending with a tease. Post-credits scene. If you want to hint at a sequel or a larger universe, you could include a post-credits scene that teases a new villain or a potential crossover with other characters. #7. Final polish. Edit and revise. After writing the first draft, take time to revise and polish the script. Focus on tightening the dialogue, refining the action scenes, and ensuring that the character arcs are satisfying. This should give you a solid foundation to start writing your Spider-Man and Deadpool action movie script. If you have any specific scenes or ideas you want to develop further, feel free to share. Here's a brief action movie scene featuring Spider-Man and Deadpool, using the phrase, "ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead," as a pivotal moment in their dialogue. #hint. Abandoned warehouse, night. The scene opens with a wide shot of an old, abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of New York City. Inside, shadows loom large, and the air is thick with tension. The camera zooms in on Spider-Man, who is cautiously making his way through the darkened space, his senses heightened. Spider-Man. Whispering to himself. "This place gives me the creeps. Where's Deadpool when you need him?" Suddenly, a figure drops down from the rafters behind him. Deadpool, landing with a soft thud. Spider-Man spins around, web shooters ready. Deadpool. Grinning under his mask. "Whoa, Tiger. Friendly neighborhood Deadpool here. You almost turned me into Swiss cheese." Spider-Man. Lowering his guard, but still tense, "You're late. As usual." Deadpool. Fashionably late. Besides, I had to stop for chimichangas. What did I miss? Before Spider-Man can respond, a loud crash echoes from the other side of the warehouse. They both snap into action mode, moving towards the noise. As they reach the source, they find a group of armed mercenaries setting up a bomb. Spider-Man. Whispering urgently. "We must stop them before they set that thing off." Deadpool. Pulling out his katanas, with a smirk. "You know, this is my kind of party. Let's give them a warm welcome, Spidey." They both leap into action. Spider-Man swings across the room, webbing up the mercenaries, weapons and yanking them out of their hands. Deadpool charges forward, slicing through the chaos with precision and flair. Mercenary leader, shouting to his men. Take them down. The boss said no loose ends. The fight intensifies, with Spider-Man flipping and dodging, using his webs to incapacitate enemies, while Deadpool takes on multiple mercenaries at once, his healing factor allowing him to shrug off any hits he takes. Amid the battle, Spider-Man notices the bomb's timer counting down. Spider-Man yelling over the noise. Deadpool, the bomb. Deadpool, in the middle of a sword fight, glances at the timer. Deadpool. Time to make like a bad movie and blow this joint. He kicks one last mercenary aside and rushes toward the bomb. Spider-Man swings in and lands next to him, both staring at the device. The timer reads 0:10 and counting down fast. Spider-Man ***, we must disable it, now. Deadpool. Grinning under his mask. Or, we could just cut the red wire. Or is it the blue one? I can never remember. Spider-Man. Deadpool, focus. As the timer hits 0:03, Deadpool slashes the wires with his katana in one swift motion. The bomb sparks, then goes dead. The two heroes exchange a relieved glance. Spider-Man sighs with relief. That was close. Too close. Deadpool. Sheathing his swords. Ah, you worry too much, webhead. We were always gonna pull through. We're unstoppable. Spider-Man shakes his head with a small smile, but then his expression turns serious. Spider-Man. I know you like to joke around, but this was big. There's something more going on here. Deadpool looks at Spider-Man, the usual humor in his voice softening. Deadpool. Whatever it is, Spidey, we're ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. You, me, and a whole lot of bad guys who are about to have a really bad day. Spider-Man nods, the two of them standing side by side, ready for whatever comes next. The camera pulls back, showing them as a united front against the dangers ahead. Cut to black. This scene captures the essence of Spider-Man and Deadpool's dynamic. Spider-Man's focus and responsibility contrasted with Deadpool's irreverent humor and unpredictable nature. The phrase, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead, serves as a moment of camaraderie and sets the tone for their continued partnership. Here's another action-packed scene featuring Spider-Man and Deadpool. This one takes place in a high-speed chase through the streets of New York City. Next. New York City, night. The scene opens with a shot of the bustling New York City skyline, neon lights reflecting off the wet streets. The sound of distant police sirens fills the air. Suddenly, we see Spider-Man swinging through the city at breakneck speed, his web lines cutting through the night sky. Below him, a sleek black SUV weaves dangerously through traffic, pursued by Deadpool on a motorbike. Spider-Man. Into his earpiece, dodging between buildings. Deadpool, keep that SUV in sight. I'm almost there.